We're live.
All right.
Hold on. Wait. We're almost live. We're live.
Yay,
Hello, everyone.
live. Hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our build up to this week's episode of Late Night Craft Talk. We're only 9 minutes away. Just getting some stuff squared away here as we go along. Getting some shares done here.
Let's see, hopefully it shares.
Getting it done. Takes a while.
Yeah, it is.
It does. Okay.
Yay, I have people.
Hoorah.
Hi, Rona. Hi, Pam. Hi, Erica.
Hello, everybody watching.
Thank you for coming and watching.
Absolutely.
It's going to be fun, I promise.
Got to get some links done over on my page here.
Yeah, me too. I got to share everywhere. Share.
Okay, let me get some stuff here.
All righty. Yeah, we are. We're going to have theme music in a minute. At 10 o'clock, we're going to have something amazing. It's going to be so much fun.
Hello, Pam Carol is watching. Hello, Serena.
Yeah.
Hello, Savea and Joanne John. Oh, Savea's
Pam
watching.
And Erica, huh?
Savea's watching.
Yay! Hi, Savea. I hope we make you proud.
If everything goes right, we'll take credit. If something goes wrong tonight, Savea, it's your fault.
Yeah, we'll blame it on you.
Savea's fault. Oh, we got 7 watchers right now. We're about 7 minutes away.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I worked really hard on my skits, guys, so let me know what you think.
Again, if the skits go great, Christy did a great job. If they didn't go so great, Savea,
it's Savea's fault.
It's your fault. Getting a few more last minute posts done here.
So excited. Woohoo!
Yes. It was one of those things again where I'm typing away and I look up and go, did I spell that? How did that come out?
Spelling. Oh man, I'm terrible at spelling.
Spelling. What I have is when you start typing and then Facebook has all these thinks you're going to tag this group or something. You're like, no. Okay. Got
10 people watching. Hi, everybody who joined in.
Yes.
You're going to love the opening of this show. It is hilarious.
Yes. Serena, to answer your question, it says y'all need theme music. What we do is we go live about 9:50 and then we start posting links. It goes live on Dancing Bear Indian Trader, and then of course Elk Rack is sharing it. My Lucky Dragging's sharing it. I'm also sharing on my own personal Facebook. I'm sure Christy is too. And this is part of our countdown. And then at 10 o'clock, we get it going. This is just the hold screen to let people know we're live and to come find us so they can watch the show from when it officially begins at 10 p.m. 5 minutes.
Hi, Janine. Thanks for joining.
Hello, Janine. For some of you that already signed on, tell us where you're from. Tell you where you're watching from. Are you in France? Are you in the North Pole? Japan? Seattle? Next week's guest is actually going to lives in Newfoundland.
Oh yeah, he's going to be amazing. I can't wait.
So we're getting down here. 9:56, 4 minutes.
Oh my God, it's getting closer.
Yeah. Oh, we got Christy. We got Christy watching.
Yes, I'm watching.
Christy Nietzsche's watching.
Christy is amazing.
Hello, Christy. Christy's going to be great on the show tonight. I've heard this. It's a rumor. I don't know. Can you believe rumors? I don't know, Christy. Can we?
Maybe. Sometime.
Maybe. Okay. I was closing some windows here to not eat the RAM on the computer. Hello, Pam. Janine's watching from Toledo, Washington.
Yay!
There's Maya. Maya, tell us where you're from.
Hi, Maya.
Oh, I gotta put my phone on silent so as it go ding. You're live right now. It's like, yeah, I know that. Okay. We're about 3 minutes away.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited because the opening skit, you guys, is so hilarious.
We have an opening skit?
Well, your little thing that you have.
My little thing.
Yeah,
it's called The Show. The Show.
Whatever.
Whatever. You're making me not believe the rumors. All right, so we got 13 people watching. That'll jump to 13 billion pretty soon.
Yes. Woohoo, 13.
Lucky
Keep it
13.
coming.
Oh, I'm surprised we haven't seen Vivian yet. Vivian Bennett.
Oh
Vivian,
yeah, she's
don't
always a
disappoint us.
regular on the show.
Oh, she's every show.
Yeah.
She got to be on our game show with the match game 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I remember.
Yep.
That was fun.
That was a great one. Hello, Serena. Christy's amazing. Hello, Elizabeth Plantine.
Christy is amazing.
Yep. Hello, Elizabeth Plantine. I know where she's watching from. She's from Flagstaff, Arizona right now.
Oh, thank you for sharing, Maya.
Yes.
Hi, Cadmus.
Hello, Cadmus. All right, 2 minutes. We're getting this little thing squared away here and there. Just let everybody know, Savea's not going to be here this week. So let's just say the disciplinarian left the room. Woohoo, we're running
the
wild
cat's
tonight.
away, the mice will play.
Hoorah. Okay, 1 minute out. Okay, everybody, when you see the hold screen, I'm just going to kind of reset the, I'm going to have to reset the PowerPoint here a little bit, so bear with us. That's supposed to say media one, not that, but.
It's about to start in 1 minute.
Absolutely.
Oh, here it is.
Okay, just getting that share screen going. All right, here we're coming back with our hold screen. 1 minute.
14 people. Yay.
Yay. Hello, Janine Washington. Okay. Almost
Ready?
there. Wow, Facebook, there's like a 20-second lag on Facebook.
16 people. Yay.
Oh, awesome. Almost. Okay.
Can we do 20? Can we do 20? Come on.
Can we do 20? Share the heck out of it. You know, we're at 16, but you know, right now, we got a show to start.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so it is 10 o'clock. Everybody, we're ready if you're ready. Let's do this. Ready, Christy, for the countdown?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, 10,
10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5,
5,
4,
3,
2,
1.
Showtime.
Woohoo!
Hello. You may know me as the plucky, whimsical co-host on Late Night Craft Talk, James. But, indeed, you'll now see me as I really am. Evil James. Survey is not here this week, so that I am now free to bend the show to my evil will. Indeed, Surveyor has been my one impediment from completing my nefarious plan to use Late Night Craft Talk to take over the world. I have successfully distracted her adolescent sidekick, Baby Yoda, by presenting him with a child's piñata. With no more impediments, I shall now complete my evil plan by hypnotizing the show's audience to perform my bidding. I shall hypnotize the audience with a pickle. But this is no ordinary pickle. I will be using Jar Jar Hypno Pickles. You may be wondering why I'm telling you of my evil plans. It is the custom of every Bond villain type villain to tell of their secret plans for domination. Truly tonight, absolutely nothing will stand in my way of using this talk show to take over the world.
Hey, James.
What? What's this? What? Who?
My Lucky
What?
Dragon. Svea asked if I could help out and be a guest host while she's away, and I graciously accepted. You ready to start some trouble?
Christy Nieto seems to share my evil vision of a world organized after our nefarious purpose by using Late Night Craft Talk to take over the world. I see that we can join forces to entertain you, to inform you, and to hypnotize you to perform our evil bidding. It's time for Late Night Craft Talk with hosts Abea Kamori Yang and James Hermes. This week's special co-host, Christy Nieto from My Lucky Dragon. Tonight's episode will feature James and Christy introducing the Crafter's Guide to Surviving the Rona. By watching tonight's show, you are consenting that we are not liable for busting your funny bone. Now let's start the show.
Yeah.
Hello, Christy. Are you ready for the show?
I'm ready. Let's
Good.
start.
We must start very soon. Why does it say live in my screen? Uh-oh. So apparently I need to go put on plucky humorous James. One moment. So how are you doing, Christy? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing fabulous.
Okay. This doesn't take long. This is not supposed to take this long to change. Well, when I take off the robe, the shirt's not supposed to go with it. And I'm back.
Okay, there you are.
Hello, it's plucky humorous James.
There you go.
All right. So welcome, Christy, to being this week's co-host.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm
For
ready
those
to
of you who
start
don't
some
know.
trouble.
Yeah, oh yeah. For those of you who don't know, Christy was our guest on our fourth show. And it's like, say, here's the show, here's the train, here's Christy on the show. Boom, immediately off the tracks.
Yeah,
I mean,
when I'm around, nothing goes as
when the
planned.
show was going on, that was the night that invented blue steel. And
Yes.
like fake mustaches on the computer screen and taking pictures and showing people during the show.
It was awesome.
It went wild. So we're gonna have some fun tonight.
Yes.
Because Seveya's not here. Oopsie.
Yeah,
All right.
when the cat's away, the
Okay.
mice will play.
Yep. All right. Just to get stuff going, get the ball rolling here. You normally at this point at the top of the show, we normally bring in. We normally do drawing prizes for people that answered the week's trivia questions, but we're kind of changing the format here a little bit. Just kind of shake things up a little, keep it interesting for everybody. So we forgot to announce last week's contest. So tonight we're going to be announcing this week's contest. It's going to be a little different. We're not doing trivia questions this week. We'll show what that is toward the end of the show, around like down 10:50, 10:45 when we get to that time frame. But otherwise, we got to get a little bit of business out of the way, and we don't have any sponsors from Quarantine, any products from Quarantinos this week.
No quarantine.
Nope. But just one quick announcement from Dancing Bear, just to let you know, I believe it's that they're only taking about 2 appointments today for anybody who needs to make an appointment at the shop to go shopping for beads or anything. I may be getting that wrong. Savea, please, if you're watching, correct me on that one. But hello, Serena, that says James. I had to look at that. Actually, I think it is, all right, get this right. They're doing shopping by Zoom and video call, like through Facebook, because of COVID-19 in California clamping down on regulations.
Yeah.
Otherwise, at Elk Rack, we've been a little slow this week. It gives me a little time for extra creativity. I was able to finally knock out a video this week. I had to get, I'll say it, I waited on my taxes. I was doing them Tuesday and Monday. So it kind of takes some time, but I was able to knock out a live video this morning, get it released for the latest feather I painted. I seem to be on a U.S. flag feather kick. They just look cool.
It's
so
beautiful.
It was a really cool video of me doing. Thank you. Finally finished wrapping it last night. So that's what's going on with Elk Rack this week. Just a little bit slow week, but just get caught up. You know, actually be able to get caught up some sales we had. And Christy, how you doing?
Oh, I have been busy. Really busy. Today I've been working on this beauty. If you like Stephen, well, see, you can't see because my green screen. But believe me, it's a bag and it has Stephen King books all over it.
That's
but
cool.
I've been working on making bags and filling orders. Business has been really good and busy. So yeah.
I know that fabric you get is expensive, but that is cool and it's worth it.
Yeah.
Just a quick note for everybody. Yes, you're shopping at Dancing Bear. It is only Zoom right now and video shopping. So just want to get that clarified right there. All right. I want to go back to one of the posts that people said when we did the opening credits. Let me scroll back up here to Serena. Oh my God, I just snorted my tea. I guess she laughed at the cold open. All right. So with that, this week's episode, there's just recap why we do the show every week. We want to bring out some of the most inspiring artists. And tonight's show is going to be a little different because we're going to hark back to two other shows we had. One about a month ago with Kathy Murillo, the Crafty Chica from Phoenix, Arizona.
She was awesome.
Oh God, that was amazing.
Yeah.
She gave us a lot of information about how she splits her time and what she does, and what she spelled out was so much the mentality that artists will identify with, or people in craft in general, trying to manage their time, multitasking, trying to keep the social media up. And then we had the interview last week with Scott Rimmer that talked about promoting. His background was corporate promotions, and he talked about what you need to do and the general things you need to look at. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of recap those episodes, and then Christy and I are going to have a conversation and do some show what we do and ideas we've done, because we both represent different stages of one adapting to shows, if you can show during COVID-19, during the pandemic right now, as well as establishing ourselves in social media. So you heard a lot of what like Kathy did, but she's already established. Scott was able to do a lot of recap on the general parts that you need to think about. And then here we are in the practical side, actually doing it. And we're going to share some of our lessons tonight. Correct?
Yeah. It'll be fun. We have some pretty humorous ways to show you what we do and what not to do.
When did that happen? You're surprising me already. Don't you dare do this early. We're 10 minutes into the show. That can't happen until at least 10:25. So what we're doing tonight, we call, instead of having the special guest, we're going to do our guide. That we're going to kind of like, we were talking a couple days ago about something akin to Hitchhiker's Guide, but it's more a survival guide. So tonight, we're bringing you the Crafter's Guide to Surviving the Rona.
Don't forget to bring your towel.
Don't forget to bring the towel. Actually, yeah, that's applicable here.
Right? In the movie, he had his towel.
Yeah, because we might have Vogons going around inspecting, going, business does not work.
Right.
For anybody, that's a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference.
If you haven't seen that movie's awesome.
The book is out there.
Yeah.
10 pages to explain one little thing that they mention in a paragraph.
Yeah. I like the movie better.
Yeah. All right. To start off, what we do is both Christy and I are both showing. We're doing shows. They're limited, granted, for everybody, but we're going to cover is what we do in our booths and how we adapt our business models for the pandemic right now. And you may be living in an area like California where there pretty much is nothing going on, unless it's an outlying county that doesn't have a huge percentage of positive cases going on. And then you may be in a state that has looser regulations, doesn't have it, but there's still a lot of things that you can still do to minimize your exposure and customers' exposure if you have a show you can go to. Correct?
Correct.
Oh, all right. So Christy, we compiled a list, and I mean, Christy put a list, and I had one, and I went, I give up. She went, but everything I had, she had on her list anyway. So
I was very thorough.
Oh, yes, you were. Yes. And the pickles will make people agree.
Yeah.
All right. So while we're going, if anybody has any questions, we're gonna love to answer as we go along. And
Yes.
remember, we still have overtime where we get toward 11 o'clock. We go a bit of overtime, and we'll be able to answer specifically, concentrate on answering your questions, anything you have for us. So, Christy, shall we start off by looking at your booth?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. Let's bring up. She's got a great setup, everybody. Let's have nothing I can improve on. So let's get it up right quick. Let's show what you're doing, and then we'll show the list. Here we go.
So here in Washington, they are allowing farmers markets and small markets. And so I have adapted my booth so it's safer for myself and for my customers. Usually I have a very extravagant booth where it's 2 tables on one side and 2 tables on the other side, and people can walk in.
Don't forget the dancing ponies.
Yeah, and the dancing ponies and all that stuff.
She's
And
got Lipp's honors around her booth. It's crazy. No, she doesn't.
And this time I want to have a barrier between me and people. So I decided I'm going to make my booth smaller and facing out. So people do not walk in my booth and I don't feel trapped or anything like that. Everybody's outside breathing fresh air. So I picked a couple of things that I wanted to show, and I do one table. I bought that cool little rack to put my bath bombs in, and then I put a little table for people to clean their hands before they start touching my stuff. So this is how I made my booth. And if you decide to do markets and you're like, oh, you have a lot of stuff like I do, don't be afraid to condense your booth, because you're getting your name out there anyways. You're handing out cards, and you'll get business just from being there. So don't worry about that, because when I did this, I was like, oh man, I'm not going to bring this. I'm not going to bring that. Oh my gosh, I should bring that, but I can't bring everything. So this is perfect. It was perfect. I love it. It's easy for me. I could pack fast and in and out, and it's great.
Okay, ready for the next slide?
Next. So in the back of my booth, I have a hand washing station. Here in the state of Washington, it is required to have a hand washing station. But because I am me, I'm an overachiever, I go all out. So if you can see here, I got my little spout, 2-gallon water spout container. I have gloves. I have my butt wipes, because it is a challenge to go into a porta potty during this time. I got Lysol.
You ruined my
spray.
question I was going to do.
Oh.
I was going to make a joke about the butt wipes. You just ruined it for me. Why am I here? This is Avea's fault.
We'll come up with another one. And then there's, I have my Clorox.
Hanging on that one.
I got my antibacterial soap. I have my UV wand, and I also have my own toilet paper. So I'm pretty much, I have everything I need, and I bring extra masks and everything, just so I have it there and I'm safe and I'm by myself. So that way I'm not crowded in the booth. And I also, this is a picture of what I provide to my customers with my sign. I have my sanitizer and I have sanitizing spray. So there's no excuse. And so far people have loved it. They come in, they're like, oh, okay. And then they clean their hands, and then they're off and looking at my stuff. All All right, and here is a list of things that I have in my booth. So again, I have the water container with spout. I have the hand soap and Lysol spray, the wipes. I do have a bottle of 99% alcohol, but 70% is just as good fighting off germs. I do bring extra masks because I have a tendency to drop my mask on the floor and then step on them. So
Aren't you
I bring
supposed to be
extra
wearing the
masks.
mask?
Huh?
Aren't you supposed to be wearing the mask?
Yeah, but sometimes when nobody's in my booth, I have to breathe. So I pull it off and sometimes it falls on the floor and I don't realize it and I step on it.
Okay.
So I have my sanitizer spray, the gel, Ziploc bags. So what I do is I wrap everything individually in a bag. I buy cello bags or I buy Ziploc bags and put everything in there. So if somebody wants to pick up and look at the item, it's in the bag and I can easily spray it with alcohol or Lysol spray or whatever, and it doesn't damage the fabric or it doesn't damage my labeling. And then of course the butt wipes, because I don't want to touch anything that's provided that I didn't provide myself. So, but yeah, that's my list of doing markets during this time. And so far it's been great. I do markets. I do 3 on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm keeping myself busy but really safe.
Gotcha. So we done with this slide here?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's not a lot of anything I can really add to that. What was there? Let me take a look at it here again. But I have a lot of the same thing. It's just the basic precautions. I do have the hand station I use. Luckily, it's one I use for camping and it's easily transportable. A lot of people, if you don't have, there's a lot of instructions that you can look to see, you can find on the internet to make a portable wash station. You can buy one, but look up, and this is going to seem kind of weird source, but look up information for DIY stuff for Grand Canyon trips for rafting, because they have their own like a little pump, a foot pump, how to do a PVC, and it stuff's pretty durable because it's a Grand Canyon trip.
Yeah.
Those are 25, those can be anywhere from 16 to 28 days. So there's stuff you can find there that's pretty durable, very economical to make. And again, you can buy those stuff at like a big box store, some of those kits.
Yeah.
And Amazon. But
oh, Robin, that's a really good idea. I probably should get a lanyard clip for my mask because they're always falling off and I'm like, oh man, and then I step on it.
There you go. So that'll work right there. Let me show my booth right quick. There's just much to add, but I can bring it from a different product category. Matter of fact, right quick, why don't you show us your wand, the UV light?
Oh yeah. Okay, so I bought a UV wand, and this is what it looks. Okay, this is what it looks like. I gotta hold it so it doesn't get lost in the green screen. And what I do is I use this sometimes over certain items that I can't put in a plastic bag, or I do it when I get cash. So it has a lock on it for safety. And I'm going to say these are between $70 and $100. It's not necessary. It's just me. I'm an overachiever. And, oh, sorry. So you want to be very careful with these. These aren't exactly the safest things to have. They do, from what I understand, is they do affect your DNA. They age your skin. So you don't want to put this on your skin. You do not want to look at the light at all. Do not do it or you will blind yourself forever. So you just got to be very, very careful with this. And that's why it has a lock. But if you choose to get one of these, just be aware of that. And it's good if you put it on like a wallet. I do it for my wallets. You go over it very slowly. You have to go very slowly. You can't go quick or it's not going to work. And you have to keep it on there for a couple of seconds. And also for cash, because, cash is dirty. But we want to take cash. We want to take cash. Coin shortage, no.
Just dip your head a little bit to the other direction so you have that tinfoil hat right underneath the
There
UFO.
you go.
There you go.
But this is my UV wand.
UV propulsion drive for the UFO.
Right.
I got to remark is that, you know, the UV light, it is something that's been used for decades in labs.
Yeah.
Just to do that. Matter of fact, there's a company called Sterapim that makes UV light filters for purifying water. It's not going to get the mud out and the silt, but to use a filter for that, but it'll use that to kill like viruses.
Yeah.
Viruses to kill it. So it is a proven technology, but you know, don't try to use it intravenously.
Yeah, it's dangerous. And that's, I was hesitant, but I got to make sure when I turn it on, to make sure that it's on, I point it at something that I can see the purple light. You don't want to go, oh, is it on? Because then you're done.
And you know, it does take repeated exposure to blind you, but each time it's a little more damage, a little more damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's like staring at the sun in some respects.
Yeah.
With my product, I really can't use a UV wand for the fact that you stated it's going to age your skin. I have a lot of leather in antler, you know, animal parts, biology parts. Here's a picture of my booth. This is a show a couple weeks ago, and it's a little bit hard to see. It's a little bit fuzzy on the screen, I know, but there's a lot of leather hanging feathers. And if I were to pass a UV wand over the leather, that's going to age it. That's going to break down the DNA. And so it's not real good. So I actually have a lot of things under glass. And if somebody wants to see it, either side of the booth, you can't see it from my perspective where I'm looking, it's on the right side. And on the left side, I have the stool with the hand sanitizer, and we have sanitation wipes, you know, alcohol wipes. Wash station's usually in the back a little bit. And then we usually have another stool with the hand sanitizer with signs that say hand sanitizer. And if somebody walks up, they're using it, say, you like to handle that? Okay, just give a little, just, you know, use some hand sanitizer in your hand right quick, just so we're
A little squirty squirt.
Squirty squirt. Sometimes when she's there, squirty squirt. And then everybody's fine with it. And you know, if there's under glass, I wipe my hands too. We hand it, let it go over. When they get done, I wipe my hands again. If I get money, because I live in the desert of Southern California and we get a lot of hot sun, especially right now at the height of summer. Let me go ahead and stop the screen share. The money doesn't go in the cash register. We pretty much have enough change to cover that. And the rest of it goes, honestly, when we get home, goes out in the sun. That the sun does its thing, UV to kill the virus.
Yeah, I don't have sun over here.
You have in Seattle, you have more rain in a week than we do in a year.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, I mean, where I live, we average 2.5 inches of rain a year. What do you get over there?
I don't know. It's literally a swamp or a pond in my backyard. I'm from San Diego. I will never get used to this weather. Never.
No.
It's not
Imagine
fun.
you get a UV light just to get a tan and go, sun tan.
I know, right?
Like
I need
somebody from
the sun
Minnesota.
lamp.
Well, that's what I have for the booth. There's not a lot to add to that, but when
I did order. I think I ordered a 20 by 40 chalkboard easel to make a bigger sign that says "Give your hands a little squirty squirt" before shopping with my lucky dragon, because even though they see it, sometimes they walk by it. So I feel like I need a bigger sign. So hopefully it'll be big enough.
we usually just give a little warning, but you know, that comes to, and this part of the show, folks, we're talking about just the booth and partly a little bit about ways you can attract people to the booth, but mostly safety during the pandemic right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna go a little bit about booth attraction. You ready for the picture of your sewing machine?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Here, let me get it up right quick. So we're gonna show that right quick, and then we're gonna go into some more interesting material. I'll put it that way. We start getting onto online. So let me bring up the sewing machine because this is really cool.
So actually, I got this idea from my good friend Serena, who's watching. She's the one who told me about this idea, and I loved it so much. And during, this time, it's a little stressful when you're out there. And so I purchased that little charging power block. It's the orange and black thing, and it powers my sewing machine, and I can just work while I'm there. And it actually attracts people to your booth because they want to see what you're making. And also they're like, oh, wow, this is handmade. People love to see the artist at work. So they know the thing they're buying is made with love. You know what I mean? They see your passion when you're working, and it attracts them. And they have questions, and it starts and it opens the door to a conversation, and hopefully they buy something from you. And it's worked very well for me having that machine, very well. And it helps, keep busy during the slow times of a market. You're like, okay.
Oh, yeah. I find that, you think there'd be a lot of people want to stay home. I find a lot of people are stir crazy and looking for something to go. They want to maintain the social distance, but they're out to get out of the house for a little while.
Yeah.
It's a remark that, people want to see you be busy. As we were talking earlier, I'm actually kind of the opposite. When I go out and I work, I start like this time of year, I'm out in front of the house like 5:36 in the morning. I work till about noon, 1 o'clock, till the sun comes beating the garage, and then I'll move in the house and do computer work, editing video for this show or for my business, whatever. And I get so focused on on doing the artwork that if I were to take, and I've done this, I've had to do this, bad track record here. If I'm starting to work on stuff in my own booth, I get I'm good for a few minutes, but then eventually I start getting focused on what I'm doing. And then when people walk up, I'm like, yeah. I turn introvert big time. I got to remember how to talk to people because I'm just it's like getting slapped out of a dream and being, waking up. You're like, huh? And it's like, it doesn't mix well because I can't talk to people. I can't relate. I'm kind of cold, like, basically I'm coming out of a nap. Yeah. Being focused and zoned. And so I can't really work on stock at the booth.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people in that same bit. Hard for me to balance that out even after all these years, but I'll work on a little something. I might wrap an arrow here or something like that. Just catch up. People like to see that you're actually working on it. It's a little bit proof.
Exactly. They like that. They have a connection with you. You know what I mean? It becomes almost personal, like, oh, and it starts a conversation. But me too. Sometimes they come up to the booth. I'm in the middle of something, but I'll look up really quick and I'll be like, oh, hello. And then they'll say hi. And then I'll go back to work until I see that they're interested. And then I'll stop what I'm doing and come up and talk to them. But I do too. Sometimes at markets, I'm actually really social at markets. I'm kind of like a social introvert, but I think it's easier for me to talk because it's something that I love. I'm talking about something that I love. You know what I mean? To a stranger. So that's why
I'll have artwork, but somebody takes a particular look, I'll see an interest on there. I might click with me and I'll get real excited about one thing and then it sells. But they can, you're sincere about what's there. To go back, I'm just trying to remember what you said something here like 15 seconds ago, maybe. Yeah, kidding. Oh. I was like going to hang on and ask you about that. I was like, oh, I forgot. Well, that's a dead end conversation. Let's just move on from there. So, you have your booth. If you can show right now, if you're not comfortable with it, don't. The business can wait. Your life can't.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's no reason to get gray hairs over it.
Yeah, I do it because I always have my business hat on. And for my business to grow, I feel I have to market myself. And that's how I market myself, by being out there. But you can see I'm an overachiever. I am extra cautious. I have everything I take with me. I have more cleaning stuff than stuff that has all my products. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to plan, okay, I'm going to hold my bathroom, but if I need to go to the bathroom, I need to take this, I need to take that, I need to take this. Okay, I got to make sure I wash my hands. So I just want to make sure everybody's safe. I'm safe, my customers are safe, and they're comfortable, and I feel good. And I've been doing it maybe for a month now, and so far so good.
So far so good. I'll say that, I'll admit, we're not as cautious as you are. Mm-hmm. But we're not foolish.
Yeah.
I said, I'll live in fear, but I'm not going to live a fool's life either on that one.
Yeah.
We maintain those precautions, not quite to the sanitary you do, but, you live within what you're willing,
Yeah.
We still cover more than the bases with the customers, which brings us to one thing that we're going to have a lot of people are going to wonder about. I'm just looking at a quick question right now. You know what, Serena, you're actually bringing up a question that we're going to address right now. Masks.
Mm-hmm.
Wearing the masks. What do you usually do, Christy?
Well, I have a mask, and I sell masks at the markets too.
Yeah, we do too.
But again, here it's the law. It is the law. It's not a suggestion or anything like that. You don't have a choice here. You cannot let anybody into your shop or market or anything without a mask. So I haven't had the problem with anybody not wearing one. So it's been easy for me. But if I see somebody, you know, kind of like do this, I'm like, if you can just keep your mask on, you know, a nice way. And they're like, oh yeah, so sorry, so sorry. You know,
Sometimes you're doing a favor, because if I take out my mask, let me just say, when I stand in line at the supermarket, there's less babies crying when I walk up now. Your mask.
But so far it's been all right. No problems at all, you know. And if you know you don't feel afraid, you know, to, like I said on my sign, if you're gonna come in my shop, please clean your hands. Give your hands a squirty squirt. But my big sign, I will make sure that people know to wear their mask and clean their hands when they come shop with me. Yeah. But right now everybody's been wearing it. It hasn't been a problem at all.
What I find is, we were talking earlier, that if, you know, some people wearing the mask, they're not going to wear it. They may forget about it. I mean, honestly, probably a couple times a week, if I got to go to the supermarket, I'll drive out to the local Stater Brothers, and I'll get out of the truck. I'll walk up to the entrance, then I'll walk back to the truck, drive back home, and go get a bandana or mask to go over there, because I forget it. And people forget it. They may forget to put it on. They're walking out. And if they're coming up, you know, if you put yours on, they will by reflex go, oh, and remind and not say anything, and just go by your example and put on the mask.
Right. Yeah.
People want to make, others will not disagree. Others will disagree with the mask, but they will do it out of mutual respect a lot of times. To stay by, or they just won't shop with you. It is rare to have somebody to come over and try to make a political statement on it. We're not getting into politics. We're getting into the business side to protect and legal, because a lot of box, you know, a lot of big box stores this week have announced, even in states where it's not required, you're required to wear it when you walk into their business, and it's their business. Somebody that wants to bring out a camera and make themselves a internet star and try to break the internet with their political statement is rare. What you're seeing is what makes what you're seeing every once or a couple times a week are people trying to do it on the internet. That's the extreme cases. You have to think of the millions of people out there going around every day that aren't making a statement. And so you're not going to run into somebody that's going to make this big scene, and you're afraid you're going to look like a fool on the internet. It's not likely to happen.
I've had an occasion where the person who runs our market, the organizer, somebody came and was like, oh my gosh, I forgot my mask. And they were asking to come in, and there was like a couple of us that actually offered to give the person a mask so they can shop. So, I mean, I'm probably going to have extra, take a couple of extra, the regular paper kind with me. So if that would happen, you know, just to be nice, here's a mask. You know what I mean?
That's what we do. We have complimentary ones. So the low end, they'll do the job for a short time.
Yeah. And then they can come to my little shop and buy a mask for me.
Yeah. We want to do the skits with the mask because it's already 10:35.
Oh, okay.
We still got a fair amount. I think we've talked about masks because we still got a lot of material to cover with the internet.
Yeah, I know. That's fine.
Okay. We might come back to it, folks. We'll find out. So I think we can move on with the mask. I think, is there anything else we need to cover for the booth?
No, I don't think
so.
No,
we covered all the bases. So now we're going to go on.
Anybody have any questions for us? Do you have any questions about, you know, our booths or markets or anything? I don't know. I don't know.
Gotcha. Just getting the right slide up here. I know that right now, Robin Libby has just said that I have a pile of masks right next to the jewelry I put on every morning. So I just grab one and stuff it in my pocket. There's a number of people selling about how they leave masks in their car and whatnot. I should learn from y'all to keep a mask in the truck.
See, I'm making one right now. It's a mustache for myself.
Looks like a funky zebra.
Oh, well, it's mustaches.
Okay. I don't know, it just disappeared because of the UFO.
I know.
God, that's great timing. Okay. Look, I'm eating too early. I shouldn't do that on video.
See, that's one of my rules. Don't eat. Drink fine.
When we have a guest on and Survey starts talking, I'm going, you know, they're talking, you know, people are looking at them. I'm going to kind of do it because I got the munchies because keep myself awake. All right. So we're going to go on and talk about putting yourself on the internet. As I said earlier, Christy and I both represent different stages of promoting yourself on the social media. I'm very good with videos and editing them and creating some really slick content. Christy's got a great lot of followers. I've got, how many followers do you have for My Lucky Dragon?
I want to say close to 2,200.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you've been doing this for how many years? You've been promoting it?
Going on 9 years.
Okay. I'm going on April, and I'm at 42 followers for Elk Rack. The focus has always been the art shows. The internet, we just had, occasional thing up there. I'm just so busy with the art shows that now, I do represent the beginning stages, and it takes a while to get up there. You can't expect put it up there and then just think, if you build it, they will come, like in Field of Dreams. You got to work for it.
Yeah.
So the first thing people, you heard that Kathy Murillo said, and Scott, is to put up the videos. Now we're going to kind of give we're going to give a couple examples of what's interesting content, what you should and shouldn't put up. Because as I said, you can put up pictures, but people like to see videos. It's the replacement TV.
Mm-hmm.
So I think anything you want to tell about
One
the video
more.
we're about to see?
There's a question here.
Okay, what
Do
we
you
got?
limit the number of people that go in your booth is what I'm thinking she's asking.
Yes.
We
Great question.
don't get that many people. So right now it's one person or two, and that's all that comes in my booth. I never have a crowd of people anymore. And they actually stand on the side and wait for people to leave.
That's what we were talking about earlier, is that you said you had a walk-in, and you've done the same thing I've done. We made a walk around.
Yeah.
And people will most times will instinctively know to stay 6 feet away.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Others will walk. If I have somebody you've always got that customer that's a little lonely, and they just keep talking.
Yeah.
And talking. I've got a tag team where I've got my mom will go with me. One of us, they could go over the conversation and get them to walk away politely. And occasionally, it happened last weekend. We had to tell the guy, there's people around we need to talk to. You're kind of blocking the booth because they just won't go away and not quit till I'm talking and talking.
Yeah.
So
awkward.
Yeah, you're like, how do we handle this and not be rude?
Yeah.
Never a good way. All right. So we're going to start off talking about the videos that people look for.
Oh, geez.
You want to tell about this one? Or?
Okay. So these are videos of what not to do if you're doing a live or a video. So let's run those first, and then I'll tell you what I do to get people's attention to my Facebook.
Gotcha.
So let's do the first one. This is what not to do.
This is what not to do. And y'all, you're about to get introduced to Taco.
Oh, yeah.
Watch Taco the Chihuahua.
Taco's face is amazing.
Taco's getting his own fan club after this.
Yes.
And
Action.
Hi everybody, it's Christy from My Lucky Dragon, and I'm going to show you how to make a mask. So, I'm going to move my camera. Give me a minute. And then, I'll show you how to make a mask. Alright, here we go. Let me fix this here. What's going on here? Oh, jeez. Alright, that'll have to do. Oh man, I think I messed up. Alright, I gotta find my seam ripper here. Where's my seam ripper? Gee, I have no idea where my seam ripper is. Yeah. Where's my seam ripper? Holy crap. Oh man, I've been looking for this forever. I wasn't here this whole time. Nice, alright, let's go. Oh, I can't find my seam ripper. Oh well. I'll just move all this crap out of the way. Leave it there. Oh man, where did you put my making a mask. And we'll just have to sew around the edge right now. Oh, shoot! Oh, crap. I think I just sewed my finger. Ow. That hurt. Oh. Oh, I think I got a little blood on here. Well, you know what? I'm going to turn this inside out so I don't have to say anything. Nobody's going to know.
Taco looked genuinely concerned.
When I was editing, when Christy sent me the video and I had to edit together, and I'm looking at Taco going, I want to keep so much more of it just from Taco going, what's going on? What happened? Why did you put everything on the desk? Taco's cool. By the way,
He was so
Rona,
concerned.
sorry you spilled tea out your nose again. I just saw the comments. So
well,
what?
okay. So this video shows you if you're going to do a live, you can have a taco. That'll help your video, but have your camera already positioned before you start, so you're not there trying to move it around. Make sure it's straight. It's not diagonal. Don't eat where the food is like spitting out of your face hole. You know.
Now I can eat and get away with it. That's an
also, have everything prepared. Have everything lined up right next to you. You want to look like you know what you're doing. Even if you don't know what you're doing, look like you know what you're doing, because you want to be professional. You want to be organized. You want to show that you're serious about your business, and people are there to watch you make something beautiful. And if they're sitting there watching you screw up all the time, you're not taking it seriously. Be yourself. You know, people want to know you and connect with you. That's fine, but just be organized, and talk about what you're doing. Talk to the people occasionally, you know, answer people how any questions they have. You want to interact with them, so you want to build that connection, and that is what live is wonderful for that. Also, another thing I do is what's called time-lapse videos. Those are great. Love those. They're fast, they're quick, and it shows you from starting point to ending point, but just really quick on something. And those are the best videos. I get the most views out of those. Those are really fun. And it could be an app. I have the iPhone, so it already has the time-lapse on there.
Most Android phones are going to have that too these days.
Yeah, so it's a great way. So people can see you actually making something. It makes a big difference, those videos.
Yeah. I actually do different styles. Some of my best videos I've had, some of the best reviewed, have been ones where I don't do the time lapse.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take clips. Because I do a lot of kayaking, kind of some adventure sports. There's Taco.
He gets the Oscar.
He gets the Oscar. I don't know. All right. Let me finish this and we're going to go a little competition on this. All right. What I tend to do is I have GoPro. I have a couple of GoPros and I'll use them, which are great, but those are expensive cameras that are limited. Their point of view. They're good for right here. You can't use them really for inventory. You can get a low end DSLR. It's amazing what a cell phone can do. And that's largely what all you're going to need. With that, yeah, be organized. I tend to take clips of what I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have to, go through and, look for the more interesting parts of 35 minutes worth of video of making something instead of a time lapse. But I've kind of got a practice enough where I'll go over and say, that looks interesting. Do a 10-second clip here, do a 10-second clip here, put it to a little bit of music. I just put out a video this morning, a little rushed, but I think it was presentable, met my standards. But a little bit of music. Even music can be tricky because that's the whole topic right there, what you can and can't use. Just remember copyright. But I'll do clips on that, string it together, do some fancy editing, and it tells a story of how the product's being put together. And it looks pretty slick, but it just that takes a lot of time to go through those clips to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you might lose focus of what you're doing, kind of like the next video. Ready? All right.
Ready.
Everyone watching, let us know in your comments who gets the Oscar. Show us the Oscar.
He's a creature.
Right? Huh?
It's the creature from the Black Lagoon.
The creature from the Black Lagoon. So who will get the Late Night Craft Talk Emmy right there?
Is it me? Is it Taco or is it James?
Well, Taco, you in the same video, so there's like, it's two.
Oh, okay.
Right there. No, Taco's not in the show. No, Taco wasn't asked to be a co-host. Your Taco's like Savea's Baby Yoda.
Oh, yes.
Or
yes.
my Jaja pickles. Hypno pickles. Okay.
Hypno pickles.
Don't forget, he can shoot Sith Lord lightning. So who's got the more interesting video? Now, this video is going to show another couple things you shouldn't probably do on Facebook. And this will about cap what it is, for everyone. Let's take a look at my video. Hi, I'm going to take these feathers and I'm going to turn them into something real pretty, like a fan or something like that. But when we do this, let me talk to you a little bit about it. My Uncle Cecil here, he told me that you take feathers and you paint them along, and then he voted for Woodrow Wilson. That money grabbing. I'm just going to fast forward this video a little bit because there's a lot of talking here. So I'm just going to fast forward.
I'm just talking about no particular thing to say, and I'm going to do that. But you point it out on a map, and then you draw a little circle, and you shoot through it, and you punch it in the face. Punch it in the face like that. Punch it. Now, you take that thing and you screw it in the light bulb, and then you punch it in the face. That's it.
And then the nurse came into my room and told me, how did that thing survive in there so long? And we're going to fast forward a little bit more, I think.
Roll down the window, and you take a plant, and you go over and you hit the light, and you those flies all over the place. You take a fly, you take it right there. When we do this, you take a shovel, and you take it like this.
We're at
Of course, we're eventually talking about where it starts. But anyway, you take it over there, and you just that thing flies all over there.
You know, I can tell you about growing asparagus. Asparagus is great. But the cornfields, with the talk about baseball right there, where the what?
When we do that, the flies
All right, this is good. I'm going to fast forward the video all the way.
It's cool, right? It's not cool before we start painting that thing. Anyway, eventually we're going to get over and lay one of these things, what these feathers right here. But Uncle Bill, he once told me that the best way to catch a deer is with a gun, and it's with a scope, and armor.
I told you all about that and what you need to know. Now we're going to finally paint the feathers. Let me look for a good camera angle. I think I'm out of battery. Am I out of battery? Yeah, I'm out of battery.
I keep laughing at that. This whole thing cracks me up.
I couldn't think of anything to say. I'm like, here's the backstory is that I'm making the video. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do with this guy that keeps on talking. And it's based off a real guy I saw on YouTube. We'll go over that in a minute here. But I'm like, I'm just going to talk for like 5 minutes in front of the GoPro. And I'm like, what am I going to what can I talk about for 5 minutes? So I'm just like, I know I'm going to fast forward anyway. So I'm just going to like punch it in the face and screw in a light bulb. I'm thinking, what else can I say here that's going to make sense?
Well, asparagus is perfect.
But there's corn in that field of dreams. All right. So the focus of that video, stay on topic, stay focused, and don't go on and on and on about things that are so irrelevant. The same as somebody, and I know somebody that did this with their Facebook videos. They wonder why they didn't go anywhere. They'd talk about their product and then they'd spend 10 minutes to talk about their cat. So yeah, stay on topic and make sure your camera's ready and your equipment, as Christy said earlier, everything's laid out perfectly.
Yes, make sure your battery is fully charged where you're not yapping so long.
Yeah. All right, folks. Battery. Camp Pam says battery. What's the question mark? Well, also Serena says need a towel.
Oh, she was
right.
laughing so hard that she spit her tea out again.
Yeah, I think it was like number 3 tonight that she's done that.
Yes.
So
that's good. We're
yeah.
making people laugh so much that they're spitting out their tea.
Our clans are figuring. So keep on topic. If you have to, some people when they're live, they get nervous, and if they get nervous, they start talking and they don't realize they're getting off topic, and they might jump topic too. Talk one thing, stop mid-sentence. going about something else because their brains are going. We can say be relaxed. You probably won't, but if you're going to do a live, rehearse it. Like you're in a
I
play.
don't. I just go.
If you've done this long enough, you can wing it. But your first few times, and some people just can't improvise like that and be comfortable on the video. Rehearse it, but don't do the point that you burn yourself out on the video. Do like 3 times and do a dress rehearsal. If you skip something in the video when you're rehearsing, don't stop and go back to the beginning because you're not live. Go through with it. Train yourself, and that's what you've done, Christy, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Train yourself to go with it, and don't script it. You don't want to look like you're just reading from a script. It's boring. Do an outline. Keep it on a tripod underneath the camera. Give yourself reminders what you're going to say, and if you have to, time yourself so you know that you're going to say this topic or that topic by a certain time. About how I got right there.
Yeah, it's when I first started doing lives. Serena could tell you, I was so nervous. I stutter a lot. I still stutter a lot, but it's part of my anxiety.
Well, I was a stutter as a kid, still am as an adult.
I just go with it. You know what I mean? And just talk like you're talking to a friend. And also don't pay attention to how many people are watching because people will watch it later. So when I first started, I was like, oh my gosh, only one person's watching. Is this even worth it? And then I get nervous and why am I even bothering? And it shows that you're bothered when you're doing a live. Don't pay attention to that number. Just go with it. And people will watch it later. Your lives, your views will grow a day or in a couple of days, and that's fine. So don't let that bother you.
Yeah. One thing on the technical end for those of you that with Christy's video, is this thing on? We live? There's so many videos out there, people trying to do it, you're amateur. We're all amateur. None of us are paid. Well, roundabout, we hope to be paid by showing our items and our artwork. On the technical end, if you're shooting from a cell phone, it will give you a countdown. And know when it says live, you're live.
Mm-hmm.
And don't go, I can't tell if this is on or not. Well, when it says live, it's blinking or it says right there, you're it. And remember that a lot of people don't realize this. The first 4 seconds you're on, if you're doing like a 10-minute live and somebody comes in like 5 minutes into it, Facebook will actually play the first 3 to 4 seconds of your live video, then jump to where you're currently at.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you can give a quick intro. If you're doing it from a laptop with a webcam, you don't get a quick indication. It may start blinking and then say you're live. But once you press that button, Facebook will buffer that beginning of the video to play it. When you press that button, you are live. You're not like waiting 5 seconds going, are we live yet? I don't know. And
Is this thing on?
Yeah. Is this on? Assume, yes, it is. But there are settings where you can test the live and get to know it, play around with it, test it a lot before you do your first live. You can do the video where it's streaming, and you can set your privacy settings for the video to just to you, where you see it, and you can review it. If you're using an outside app, like say OBS Studio, one of these others that you can do live streaming from and put graphics up, you have to put in what's called a stream key with Facebook, but you can actually see yourself, your video going, so you can see what it looks like, and you can test the graphics and your sound right there. Just remember, the more complex your setup, the more things that can go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
OBS is a really good program. I used to use OBS a lot with my green screen, but then we moved and there's like no room for a green screen. But if you have the ability to do OBS, that's a really good program to learn.
Oh yeah, I love OBS. Mm-hmm. I have so much fun with that. I actually have one of the shows we had a couple weeks ago where we went over and it looks like I'm sitting behind the Oval desk in the Oval Office, or the resident of the Oval Office. OBS. Yeah,
it's a great program. I loved it. It's just
fun.
If there's no room for a green screen.
I'm in a bedroom and I've got a metal frame I set with poles I use for my booth. Extensions and metal pipes and clamps, and I've got a green screen I'll put up behind me. It's like 7 feet wide, and I sit here and I do my videos. If I really need more room, I'll go in the garage and set it up early in the morning, and if I need something waist up shot,
Mhm.
It's not going to happen in this room.
Yeah.
That's my background. If I covered up, you'd see my shop and the workroom and leather hanging down and dream catchers and stuff. But we'll save that mess for it later.
Yeah. Next
All
one will be our messy craft room area.
Oh yeah. Or you can just have I want to believe, because I know it's behind Christy right there.
Yes.
Besides the UFO and Green
I
Mountains.
want to believe.
Yeah. Okay. We're getting to the point now that we need to take care of a little business before we get into overtime on the show. So we're going to go into, let me get it up. And folks, let us know who won the contest.
Oh
for
yeah.
Video of what you're not supposed to do. Christy or James. Okay. So
Christy.
just remember, Christy or James. All right. Okay. Just to go over, we're going to talk about next week our replacement for this week's trivia questions. To play in the theme of what we're doing, we're talking about promoting yourself on social media and videos you want to do, which we're going to get into that overtime because we really didn't touch quite enough on that one. We just talked about videos, which is actually a big presence right there. Let me bring up next week's contest. And again, it will go into the theme of what we've been talking about tonight, is promoting your business. Us small people are small fries. Okay, this week's contest. You want to read it or shall I?
Go for it.
Okay. Anyone that likes and then shares Late Night Craft Talk on Facebook and likes and also shares the Facebook pages for Dancing Bear Indian Trader, Elk Rack Traders, and My Lucky Dragon will be entered into a drawing for prizes on next week's show. The deadline to enter by liking and sharing these Facebook pages is 11:59 p.m. this Sunday night. So 2 nights from now, roughly, around about 49 hours from now, roughly. So that's going to be Pacific Coast time, not East Coast or anything, but 11:59 Pacific time. So 49 hours from now, basically. Have it in. And I know Christy and I, it's going to be labor intensive for us, but we're going to go through and we're going to see who's liked the pages, who's done it, the method criteria for the contest, and we'll take those names and we'll draw them from a hat at the beginning of the show next Friday night. So again, you have to like tonight's episode of Late Night Craft Talk and share it, and share and like the pages, Dancing Bear Indian Trader, Elk Rack Traders, and My Lucky Dragon, and you'll be eligible for next week's drawing prizes from our respective businesses.
And did you want them to post done on this live so we know who to check?
It'll make it a lot easier. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So when you're done sharing and you're done liking, come over here to this live and put done. And then we'll know what names to enter and who to check. And
also, hashtag. Didn't get that written down, but if you can, hashtag our businesses in your share.
Yeah, add us. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hashtag Dancing Bear Indian Trader, hashtag Elk Rack Traders, hashtag My Lucky Dragon. Just don't do something that says hashtag my Dancing Bear Indian Trader, Elk Rack Traders, My Lucky Dragon. Nobody's going to understand that.
I'm like, what?
I'm just thinking, all one really long word, no spaces, lowercase. Don't do that. So remember to put those hashtags. So, and we're going to introduce next week's guest. Okay. Every week, let me stop share right here, just so I can do a proper introduction for this. Every week we have amazing guests. They're all inspirational in their field. Some stick out more than others. And, we had some amongst my favorite are, they're all great, but I'm just going to mention others that are kind of stick out because they're more unique talents, being, Mac Lopez, the flute player, Troy Untilly, it was a great conversation we had with him. Some of those others more unique. Our next week's guest, we haven't had one like him. And I've been looking forward to this for weeks.
I'm super excited.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Super
so let me bring up our next week's guest is going to be coming up. Late Night Craft Talk special guest, Burl Tushkanig from Newfoundland up in Canada. And that's going to be amazing. Burl is actually does a lot of quill work and birch bark, and I do some bead work. But he also is an amazing person to talk to about herbology. His knowledge of like plants and whatnot.
Yes, I'm so excited. I love herbology.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna have questions for Burl. I love talking to him. He is so neat, and I am.
Yeah, I'm gonna show him my rash. What can I do with this rash on my butt over
boy.
here?
That's gonna be like what's his name on In Between Two Ferns? You remember that episode? But
Yes.
Burl's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
He's just so neat. He's one of those guests that his particular talents and his background stands out from others in that special way. All right.
Share your fun fact about Burl.
Yes. Okay. Burl lives up in Newfoundland, the East Coast. Yeah, East Coast of Newfoundland. That is the furthest east point of North America. From where I live in Indio, California, we're going to go round it off from Indio in Southern California to where he lives near St. John on the east coast of Newfoundland is 3,300 miles. For those of you in Canada, I don't know what it means in kilometers. Ask Google. But where Burl's at, London, England, is 900 miles closer to where he lives in Newfoundland than I am across the continent of North America.
That's
pretty amazing. Yeah. So he's way up there. Luckily, we don't have to pay long distance anymore.
Yeah.
The internet. So pretty awesome. All right. I see some people have already said done. Thank you much. Well, we know we can start putting names in the hat tonight.
Yeah.
All right. So we're now officially in overtime. We're going to go for a little bit longer as long as you have questions. So if you have any specific questions for us about how we do businesses, how we're doing business during COVID-19, or specifically what we're finding works for us, because we're still, especially myself, in that development, not the development so much, but as in the building stage of social media, building a social media following. Because remember, I'm at like 42.
Yes, we need to like James's page. So please do that.
Thank you. Lonely. Or does it play into my evil plans?
Maybe.
Got it. Best practices, what are the other things we can bring up for social media that we find it's following for us? For me, the videos, I do a live. I will do a live video from my studio. It's actually my garage. I always say, welcome to the studios of Elk Rack Traders, where it looks like a garage, but is actually also the studio to Elk Rack Traders. Make fun of it. If you're doing a live, one thing I got to mention, because I bring out some of my lives, if I'm recording a video and it's in the afternoon, not this time of year, but it's in the afternoon, it doesn't matter if I do it at 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, or 6 o'clock. That's when the ice cream man goes by. And you're so you're going by and you're like, ice cream man nemesis, not good for the ice cream man. And if I could shoot lasers at my eyes, well, I can't say that. It's the ice cream man.
You know what's funny is we have a creepy ice cream man. It's this weird clown song, and then he goes, hello. And then it keeps driving, and then you hear again, hello. I'm like, what kind of ice cream song is that? It's so creepy.
Gotcha. We got a question related to us right now. This is a good one. Has anyone taken advantage of filling up their hand sanitizers at your shows?
No.
This is like people that go to Costco just to eat lunch from the free samples.
Yeah. No, nobody's done that yet. And if they did, I would tell them, no.
But luckily with social distancing, we don't have big crowds around the booth. We can notice when somebody walks up and goes,
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I got to keep on doing it because I'm filling up a big bottle. Okay. Let me fast forward it. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, nobody's done that. Nobody's done that.
Okay. Ice cream truck from Nightmares. Cute. All right. With the ice cream truck, when I was doing a live here a couple months ago, it was actually not for business. It was for a paddling site I run, a kayaking site. And I'm going over gear and I hear boop, 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 and I paused and I went, well, this is the This is what happens when you do live videos. You can't control everything. You could have an earthquake happen. The meteor could hit the earth during the live video. Either way, it's a bad day. For this time, it's the ice cream man going by.
Alien
So
invasion.
it's all fun. Or alien invasions. Have you ever done a live invasion?
Huh?
I'm trying. I've been fighting the urge all night to tell a probing joke.
I would, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna say this.
Your head's disappearing.
I would.
The tinfoil's disappearing on you.
Oh, there he goes. I would go for a probing right now for everything just to be back to normal.
You give so much of yourself.
I do.
And their science.
But yes. Did you get your tinfoil hat?
I brought my party hat. I was going to use this one if we did the sketch for the going people that go by that won't wear a mask and how you take care of them. This is going to be my party hat, and I'll just leave it on.
There you go, your party hat.
It's made of very decorative tinfoil. I'm an artist.
There you go.
There we go. I bedazzled my tinfoil.
What's on it? Is it supposed to be like a little band?
It's a burlesque hat.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's a little mini burlesque hat.
Got it. So
There's
do
actually
you
a video of me wearing this. Huh?
Are you a burlesque dancer once in a while?
Man can dream. When I grew up, I wanted to either be a cowboy astronaut or a burlesque dancer or an astronaut cowboy burlesque dancer.
There you go. All three.
Yeah. Can you imagine Sabea right now going, God, what are they doing to my show?
I know. I'm waiting.
Okay. Another question. Have customers been keeping social distancing at markets?
Yes.
Generally,
For me,
yes.
Yes. They have to.
Yeah. If you're at an art market and somebody's going to come over and try to make a political statement, you can work with them a little bit, but if they're, I'll just say piss bound and determined to be a pain in the ass, go get the event coordinator. Let them take care of it because they don't want their event going down. And that's what their job is. You're there to sell your job and deal with the customer. The person's not being a customer, he's being a public nuisance. And go get the event coordinator, let them handle it, let them get the personnel. Hopefully they have it. Most times they will do well with that.
Yeah.
Or security.
Here the markets have the people walking around to make sure they have masks because the safety people, health inspectors, come to every event to make sure you're following the rules. If you don't, you get $1,000 fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, which sucks.
Who wants that? And in the event, if you have somebody that, if your own personal politics dwells about man coming mask and you're at a show and you're not going to wear a mask, please remember this. You're not affecting you. You're affecting everybody at that market that's trying to get a paycheck. It's bigger than you. Don't screw it up for 15 or 20 other people at the market.
Yes.
So honestly, I'm probably going to get in trouble for this after the show, but it makes you a selfish SOB.
If I can say probe, you can say SOB.
All right. Just remember that it's a bigger world out there. And some people, I know that some people are vendors. They don't like it. They'll wear it because they're required to. One person, I had this conversation last Saturday. He says, I'm just going to quit bringing it. I just don't like this. I went, if you're not wearing a mask and somebody from county comes to the market, they're going to close it and you're going to affect 20 other people, not to mention the property owner.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, exactly.
It got through to him.
Yeah. Because a lot of us are doing this because this is our job. This is how we pay the bills. This is how we eat right now because so many people are losing their jobs, and this is what they have to do. So we have to wear masks. It is bigger than you. And
not to mention, who also wears masks?
Who?
Batman villains.
There you go.
I could be one of the rogue gallery with this. Hold on.
Oh, somebody wants you to do blue steel with your burlesque hat.
All right. Oh boy. Oof. All right. Back up from the camera. Y'all, everybody watching, get ready for this. Strap yourself down, tie it down. You got a few seconds, or put on your seatbelt and then duct tape it. Here we go. You want pure power, huh? All right. Oh, hold on. Got to clean the computer a little bit. Wow.
That's James. He's so hot right now.
Yeah, I saw somebody up there calling me man candy earlier in the post. I'm just ignoring that one. All right.
That's Serena.
All right. Well, I know somebody's gonna like me on like my Facebook page. Okay. So with that, we have any other questions?
Oh, I'm supposed to do it with my tinfoil hat.
Let's see you do the tinfoil hat. Make sure it doesn't disappear.
I know that's hard to make sure it doesn't disappear.
What's that behind you? What's that behind you? Okay, I thought it was a probe.
Do you watch South Park?
Not since the second season.
Okay, well, do you know when Cartman, he has the antenna coming out of his little
Yeah, that was the pilot.
posterior, as you would call it?
Oh, say that one more time.
Posterior, isn't that what you called the butt? Posterior?
Yes. In scientific terms, we call it posterior.
Posterior. Okay, here it goes. You guys ready?
Here
Ready
goes
for this?
blue steel.
All right, here we go.
Hold on. Hold on. Do it again.
Okay.
I need a Polaroid lens to see this.
All right, here we go. Taco's looking at me like I'm insane.
At least we're not at the point where we're putting a mustache on the screen.
Oh, there you go. Ready?
Here we go. Oh, God. I didn't know my chair reclined. This is new because of you.
Taco's like,
We got any more questions? Bluetooth Max. Another time for another
Pam
chair.
says she needs a towel, and Serena says she can't handle it.
Do we have any questions that pertain to crafters surviving the Rona? Though when I say Rona, it makes me want to think of hemorrhoids.
We need some Rona cream.
Or Rona could be Mexican food.
Actually, I have my butt pad, so.
All right. Did that save your Rona?
Huh?
Does that save your Rona this evening?
It has saved my Rona this evening, yes.
I wonder if somebody looked at that and goes, how to survive the Rona? Does that mean a sore butt, coronavirus, or Mexican food?
Or beer.
Or beer?
Right.
We're not so over-prepared for the show that we have, remedies for a hangover.
Oh, Serena asked, do you do credit cards with your phone?
Like Square,
Oh,
yes.
That's what I forgot to bring up. I
There you go,
actually
yes.
purchased a Square terminal because I didn't want people touching my phone. And it is the best thing ever. Best investment. I highly recommend it if you're able to purchase it. It's $300, yes. But I love the thing because all I have to do is put the total in, flip it around, and they touch it and they do whatever they want. And then when they're done, I just do a wipe and it's over. They don't have to touch my phone. They don't have to sign with their finger. They don't have to do anything like that. It's a Square terminal, and it has its own little computer screen. It even prints out receipts. It connects to your hotspot on your phone. It's great. I love that thing because I just did not want people touching my phone. I just couldn't do it.
Do you use the butt wipes on the pad they sign?
I do Clorox wipes.
Okay, because I was saying you could call it Rona wipes.
There you go.
On my end,
those butt wipes are for my butt.
there you go. On my end, if you're budget conscious, because if I have excess equipment that can be utilized, old electronics or whatnot can be utilized, I'm going to give it a second life. What we do is I do also my phone as a hotspot, and I'll take my old Galaxy S7, like a life case, and the chip reader. If they're not doing like say Apple Pay or Android Pay, where they just hold their phone up to the chip reader, if they're not doing that, they put their card in the chip reader, and they stick it out, I hold it up, and for them to sign, I hand them my old cell phone that's got the Square app on it, and it can just access the internet as my phone is a hotspot. It uses very little data. We're not doing like, $10,000 a month or some enormous amount. Well, that'd be nice, but we're doing that. So you can take an existing old smartphone and utilize it for that purpose and put it in the live case. Do what Christy does with the plastic baggie or a glove and just put it over there, or just hand it back and just immediately wipe it down. But
Yeah.
that way they're not handling your phone because you may need to take a phone call. If they touch it and they've got coronavirus in their hand, all of a sudden, they're touching and you're going, hello.
That's why I did not want
This is bad.
my phone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
instead of paying the $300, you can utilize old computer gear being an old cell phone.
Yeah.
Just
But
make-
I'm an overachiever. So
yeah. If you don't want to touch your phone, get a stylus. Get a rubber tip stylus. The phones will recognize and just have them go and go on the
I
phone.
have a stylus too that
There
they
you go.
touch, and it's easy just to spray it with alcohol when they're done. And it does the watch, it does the card, you just tap it, all that stuff. It's a great little thing.
Do we take cash with the coin shortage?
There's no coin shortage. Yes, I do take cash.
One thing about the coin shortage, being small businesses at the booth, we tend to round our numbers up or down when it comes to sales. Christy, do you do this?
Do I do what?
You just round to the nearest dollar amount for everything rather than mess with handing out change?
Yeah. I don't want to take coins. I like money, paper money. You can buy more with paper money.
Buy a dance. Buy a
But I
dance.
mean, with my when I take cash, I do the UV on there and I just put it on the table. I put it on and then I slowly go over the money. Or if I'm in a rush, I just have my alcohol spray and just spray the money and call it a day, let it dry.
Gotcha. There you go.
And then I have my little cash envelope like you do, and I put it in there. But I don't take coins because I've never taken coins. I
have
don't
some
want-
items that I have some 50-cent items and whatnot, some low end stuff that I don't make, just little POP stuff, which is point and purchase, not P or pop or something like that.
Yeah.
Anybody that's in the retail business is going to know a little what POP is. Little 50-cent items that people do it. A lot of times it's $1.50 back. Won't personally have a coin shortage, but remember, if you're a crafter at a craft market, you tend to probably round your items up or down
Mm-hmm.
the dollar, and you'll just take sales tax out of that gross is what most people do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And just go with that case. You're not handling really change anyways on this.
Yeah. But I always take, I'm not going to say no to cash. I'm not going to do it.
No.
Mm-mm. I'm not, I have everything, like I said, I have everything I need to clean everything.
Gotcha. All right, we're at 11:20.
11:20. And we
Wow.
still have 16 viewers. Woohoo!
Oh, y'all awesome. Oh, we got some emails.
Uh-oh.
Let me bring it up.
Let's see.
Okay, now we're going just people
Oh,
checking.
just so you know, I won. So I get the award.
Was that the consensus?
Yes.
That's not what Are you sure it's the consensus?
Yes.
You sure it's the consensus?
Yes.
All right. Well, we've covered a lot of, we were kind of worried about we were going to be able to cover and have enough material to cover the hour. We knew we would. There's
keep
still
your
so much we could go on about, but we've covered some great stuff. I think if you have any other follow-up questions for us, let us know. We'll try to get back to you and answer what you can, what we're not able to do tonight to help you out.
Yeah.
And, honestly, for those of you that are starting up a business, look at our pages tonight. Look at our Facebook pages. Look at the followers. Look how much they've increased when we've offered an incentive to like the pages and share. At the same time, look at a grassroots way, what's called an organic way of getting viewers and likes.
Yeah. For me,
Rather than
I
dangling
always
a carrot.
I
Huh?
do giveaways, and then I do a lot of handmade auctions, and those are pretty helpful too. to get people followers, because you really want quality, not quantity. You want people who are really interested in your stuff, not just because it's a number. You want people that really love your stuff and appreciate you. And to me, that's more valuable than more numbers, than a bigger number. But that's me. That's how I feel.
That is, I will relate that there's a person I know that started a Facebook page for their business, and they started friending, just sending out tons of friend requests, going to trade groups and Facebook group pages and started friending people. And then he'd send out he'd send out the thing, like my page. And all of a sudden he's like, oh, I got like 800 followers in a week. And the next week he got like 400 followers. He was able to build up 3,000 followers within 3.5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still not doing any business on his website or his page. When he
posts, because they're just numbers. They're not real.
It's people that feel obligatory. They're networking. They're not necessarily going to buy it. Right. 30 people that like your product, they're likely to buy it. Then 300 that are just like, oh, quick thing, whatever, get the free stuff, get the free item, whatever, get the incentive. That's better than 300 that don't buy.
Right.
Or appreciate. You know what? That sounds that doesn't sound with any gratitude. The 30 people that you appreciate,
mm-hmm.
that support your business, appreciate your artwork. I'll put it that way, because what I was saying sounded rather callous. And it's not.
I got what you meant, though.
Yeah, I'm just hoping the audience did too. I appreciate everybody that likes the page, that follows, and everything else, because I like the things we're in adventure together. You know.
Yeah. I love my followers, and they're very active on my page, very supportive. And I talk to them when I do my lives and stuff. So, and they know everything. Like my orders are taking longer than usual because it's just me, and they totally understand. And I have the best people ever, best customers ever. I appreciate them so much. And that's why I try to do a lot of giveaways when I can.
Yeah. I've got some shows I've been doing for over 20 years, and customers that from 15, 18, 12 years ago are now, friends.
Mm-hmm.
We know each other's kids. Might drop by even if I'm going through town and I'm not there on business, or pass them, call them up, say how you doing. Like I said, they become friends after a while, and it's pretty neat.
Like Pam on here who's watching, she became a friend too. And I've never met her, but she's a good, I consider her a good friend. You meet a lot of good people. You really do. Yeah.
Unless it's someone that just wants to use you.
Exactly.
For your weak will and watching the show.
Then we must destroy them.
No, use them for our nefarious purposes. We need them. We need our viewers. What? What kind of evil person are you?
I'm very evil.
Got it. All right. We're past, I got to get up and leave my house at 4:30 in the morning. I got to go
to you have to get up early.
Yeah. Everybody, been awesome.
I need my beauty sleep.
The beauty sleep. All right. What's the best way to close the show? Do we do Blue Steel or Evil Laugh, or Blue Steel, Evil Laugh?
Ooh, let's challenge ourselves. Let's do Blue Steel.
All right. Blue Steel, Evil Laugh.
Okay, ready?
Then Evil Laugh with Blue Steel.
Okay, so what are we doing? Blue Steel first, then Evil Laugh?
We do Blue Steel and then finish it with an Evil Laugh.
Okay, got it. You ready?
So count of 3. This will be the most evil thing on since ever.
Okay, counting.
Got your tinfoil hat. I got my hat.
Oh, okay. Tinfoil.
Okay.
Okay.
Blue Steel coming up. 1, 2, 3. I got to share screen. And share screen. Here we go. Remember us. Remember us.